Okay.
All right. Today we're going to learn continuation of halachas of Chosson, and one of them, in Even Ezer Siman Samachel Gabe, with the big mitzvah l'sameach Chosson v'kalah. So the lashon of the tour in Siman Samachel like this: mitzvah gedola l'sameach Chosson v'kalah. To make them happy, we were raked b'faneya to dance in front of the kalah. V'loymar shino v'chasuda v'afilo enano. You have to say we sing kalah no v'chasuda, even though maybe she's not so beautiful. You still have to say that. It's machlokes v'sham v'silel. The passing like Vasile could say that. Okay, but it's interesting. The Bach is a big medagdek. That's why we see Agoras Bach all over the Shas, because by him the digdek was important. And he's not only medagdek in the Gemara. The lashon of the Tur is medagdek a lot. The Tur doesn't say it's mitzvah l'sameach. It's a mitzvah gedola. The Bach is medayik. What's the mitzvah gedola? So he's measuring what's mitzvah stam, what's mitzvah gedola. So why it's called this mitzvah gedola? So he says. Pirush. Talmud Torah keneged kulam. Talmud Torah is the biggest mitzvah. Talmud keneged kulam. We're still mevatel Torah lachnis kalah lechuppah. This is pergam the Gilul Perek Sheni the Ksubas. I'm going to soon bring that Gemara. It's important of you to explain this. It says, "V'lo," when you say we can mevatel Talmud Torah lachnas kalah, v'lo ma'ire l'stam Talmud Chochem. That's how big is the mitzvah? Not even an average Talmud Chochem. El afilu legodol shebedoyroi. How would you know even a godol ador have to stop his learning and go mesameach Chosson v'kalah? Because David Rabbi Yehuda Bar Eloi, he was godol ador, and he went and he was. The Gemara brings over that he was dancing in front of the Chosson kalah. So if Rabbi Yehuda Bar Eloi, that's mitzvah gedola. That's one reason it's called mitzvah gedola. Even though Talmud Torah can get kulam, it's even bigger than Talmud Torah to mesameach Chosson v'kalah. Then he says like this. I'm going to go back to the Tur. So the Tur brings two important. The Tur is not a sefer of his sefer halacha. It doesn't bring midrashim. It doesn't. But it's in exception he does it. And always the Bach always explains why he does it when he goes to the drush part in halacha. So with this he brings two things. That's one thing. He brings the story over here. Why you bring the story? Second thing he says, Visa the Medrash. It's very important over here. We see that's why it's called mitzvah gedola. Izebel was a queen, Marshas. She was the wife of Achav Hamelech. Achav was a big Russia, and their end was tragic end. The whole story. If somebody wants to see the story in Sefer Melachim. However, he says why over there the Klovim after they ate her up. Her flesh, but they came to her palms, they didn't touch it, they left it alone. Why they didn't eat the kalah shel Izebel if Ishohoiso Marakedes Boin if Chosson v'kalah? That one mitzvah, that Marshas, that one mitzvah, she used to dance around the Chosson v'kalah. It says over Chosson, okay, but the mitzvah was the kalah part, not from the Chosson. It's something I just paid attention to it now. But anyway, Akaponim, that was her schus. She was Mesameach Chosson v'kalah, and she was clapping with her palms, with her hands. So that's why even when she had such a tragic end, and the dogs ate her up, her flesh, but they came to that the mitzvah part of it, where she clapped for the Chosson v'kalah over there at the dinner. And that's why the two right away mitzvah gedola, we will see two reasons of it, how big it is. Even such a marshas, the schus of Simchas Chosson v'kalah protected her. And also we see Rabbi Yehuda Bar Eloi, the Godel Ador, dance in front of Chosson. That's why I call mitzvah gedola. It's interesting when you look at the Shulchan Aruch, when his lashon mitzvah l'sameach Chosson v'kalah, he omits the mitzvah gedola. But since the lashon of the Tur, we also see a raya that this is the right mitzvah gedola for that reason, like the Bach brings, because the lashon of the Gemara is like this: Tonu Rabbanan, mevatlin Talmud Torah and Ksubas Daf Yud Zayin. Mevatlin Talmud Torah lotzras hames or lachnas kalah. The Gemara brings two mitzvahs that is bigger than Talmud Torah. You see alavaya tzras hames, lachnas kalah. You leave the Talmud Torah with it. Now, interesting. The Tur by this mitzvah, you write mitzvah gedola. When you look in Yeredes Shin Samach Aleph, he talks about the halachas of Aveilus over there. He just brings the lashon Tonu Rabbanan. He doesn't say mitzvah gedola to go to Alvaya Sames. Why? The source he has is Gemara and Ksubas. The same source are both the same thing. He says Tonu Rabbanan Mavaden Talmud Lotzat Sames V'Achnas Kala. V'Achnas Kala he writes mitzvah gedola. By the Levaya he writes Tonu Rabbanan mitzvah. Why? So that's what the Bach says, because he brings the two stories we see in the Gemara, and then one is a medrash that even Rabbi Yehuda Bar Eloi danced in front of the Kala. It's even Godel Ador. And then we see that the schus that Marshas that she has so much available, but that's which chus protected her palms from the cloven, from the dog, was that she would clap the front of Chosson and kalah, made them happy. So that's it, right? This is mitzvah gedolah more than anything, and that's why the halacha, by the way, with the two, there is a clash between the city cannot do both at the same time. Which one comes first? Achnos kalah goes first. That's one of the reasons, because achnos kalah mitzvah gedolah. It's a big mitzvah gedolah. Okay, now just so it's time to know. So what's the pshat? If you hear there's a chasana in town, you have to go there. That's a pshat. What's the pshat? So when I hear about the chasana in town, I have to go to them. So it's brought over here. The Chelkas Mechogek brings. Ve'efshar loyman davka ksheresh nichnosin lechupa tzorich lechabdam. When you have to leave everything, let's say it's mamish going in front of you. Let's say the chuppah over here. You can't say I'm learning. I'm not. No, you have to honor them. Aval im yedash chuppah ba'ir. There's a chuppah going on in the city, especially by us. Sometimes it could be in a different city. The chuppah says, "En tzorich levatel milimudu v'leilech l'sham." You don't have to go out of your way. If you happen to be next to them, and by the way, many times it's happened. Let's say they do chuppah, many chuppahs by 770 by with the chutzner of the Rebbe, and you happen to be there. You can't say I don't have time. I'm going. No, you have to, according to this. If you're passing by over there, you see a chuppah. It's not like you went specially over there. You were there. It was a chuppah. You cannot leave the chuppah. Also, many times, and that's practical halacha. Sometimes they schlep so much on the chuppah, and you come there. You want to be by the chuppah. They're so late. You have other obligations to go to. And the chuppah started already, you're not allowed to leave the chuppah according to this. Because that's a mitzvah gedolah. So if you're not there, it's a different place, you're not mechuyev to go, but you happen to bump into a chuppah, mashma from here, you have to be there. By the way, the levush goes further. The Torah brings two inyanim again. It's more al derech hadrush, one the story of Rabbi Yehuda Bar Ilai, and one that what happened to Izebel. So he says over here, we see from here that the levush brings that this thing goes way before. He says by Avram and Sarah when the Malachim came to tell him that he's going to have a son next year, he says, so you have to say kalah nova cheshken v'sim Malachim shalu laAvram ayes Sarah kedel lechavavo al baila. He says, "Va'hu yom that then they came and mevasa them that Yitzchak going to be born next year. Ha'hu yom lagabaya v'kamo yom nisuin." It's like for them it was like the first day of marriage because they got that good news they're going to have children. And he says, that's part of the mitzvah gedolah. You mechazek the Chosson that he made a good choice. I was once the Chosson. The Chosson was so serious that I never saw him so serious. He was ready maybe have a second thought. So Adarabah, you have to give him a chizuk that you did a good deal. It's good. That's the mitzvah gedolah. Okay, it's interesting how far the mitzvah gedolah goes. It says the Bayer Heitev. He says, "Kovod l'chosson v'kalah odif mikvoid haregel." Such a great the mitzvah of Mesameach Chosson v'kalah and honoring them is greater than kovod of a regel of Yom Tov. Nafkamina, he says, what do you mean by that? Nafkamina, he says, Nafkamina, im yesh lo a malbush, chodosh dilbush, bechupo, you got a new jacket, a new suit, a new garment you want to put, you have to put on, mechadash, the new suit. You're waiting for appropriate time, maybe Shabbos, Yom Tov, Chasana. So he says, where should you put it on? He says, yesh the chodosh dilbush, bechupo, poga b'haregel, kodam achupa, lo yal b'sheno b'regel, ela nichena ad yom achupa. Droshes Ma'aril. From the Ma'aril it brings, if you have a Yom Tov coming, and then right after Yom Tov there's going to be a Chasana, let's say, and you're going to put a new suit on, it says, so wait with that new suit for the chuppah. The chuppah is greater than Yom Tov. That's what the Bar Heitev writes. However, the Pischat Tshuva, he has a little tzorichiyun on it, because the same Bar Heitev in Arachaim says, and Simon Tzaddik, he brings over that Tshuva of the Radvaz, interesting Tshuva. There's a Shaila over there. If somebody was in the jail, lo aleinu, he was in prison, and he begged them to get him out at least to get him out for a little vacation. And after so much asking them, the person in charge of the jail told him, I'm giving you 1 day off. Choose which day you want. And let's say he had a day coming, some Yom Tov or Yom Kippur, or just go the first day. When should he take out? So the Radvaz Paskin over there, he should go out on the first opportunity. Why? Because he's going to have tefillah b'tzibur. In the jail, it doesn't have tzibur, doesn't have minyan. He's going to have tefillah b'tzibur. I don't see how we put tefillah b'tzibur. Since that's the first mitzvah coming his way, tefillah b'tzibur, he should live. And even though coming Yom HaKodesh, Yom Kippur, no, tefillah b'tzibur, what comes first. So according to this, if what the first mitzvah comes, the Yom Tov comes first, why are you telling me wait till chuppah? The first mitzvah is Yom Tov. Oh, so the reason he says the lotion, the Bayerhet of use over tzarich yun ktsas. It's not a big issue because over there the Chacham Tzvi argues with the Radvaz on this. Since that's something you could debate, so the Lamaisa, the Bayerhet of Paskins of here, it brings the Mudrash of Shmaril that the mitzvah of Chosson kalah, honoring them, Mesameach them, is so great. If you have a new suit and Yom Tov come before the Chasna, you wait with the suit. So you should put it at the Chasna first. Again, we're not talking about your Chasna. We're talking about the Chasna you're going to Mesameach, Chosson v'kalah. It's more important than your Yom Tov. Okay, one more thing from the Pischei Tshuva over here. I'm not judgmental of people that do that, but I'm telling you what the poskim over here, they're right. Pischei Tshuva brings this very much against that what we call today mitzvah tanz. People do by mitzvah tanz, by many Hasidim Rebbes, they used to dance with a kalah. Not obviously, they're not doing mixed dancing. This is mamash the Aruch HaShulchan right. If there's a mitzvah, if you're going to a chassid, they're going to have mixed dancing. Don't even go there. That's not a mitzvah. But we're talking about they do only the Rebbe or tzaddik going and dancing, or the Zoken, the grandfather over there dancing with the kalah. They do through a gartel, a big hefsek between them. So he says like this. He brings it. B'seber teras chaim. He brings like this. V'zel shena. V'nira de osu leleches b'mochel, meaning making a circle, making a dance. Ima kalah. B'shiva simei hamishta. Afilu eno oiches b'yodo. Mamash. Even you don't hold her hand. Elo behefsek mit pachas. Kederech shenoyagin miktsas talmidei chacham shebador hazeh. It looks like there's old minhag. They used to do this. That's what they call the mitzvah tanz. Afilu ochi lav shapir abdei. That's what they bring from teras chaim. Kedelash ma'oche the shum krive ba'alma osur. ואין לחלק בין קלה לאחרת, דלקה אידנה מן דמצלם דדמיה לכקשורה. There was some Emeroim, they just say to me, when I see a woman, it looks to me like I see a piece of wood, a pillar. That doesn't mean anything to me. He says you can't say that. Okay, maybe they hold that they're Zakanim or they're Tzadikim that looks to them also Kekashura, or some of them say that looks to me like a piece of chicken. It doesn't mean anything to me. Like I don't have a hero. So he says that's not a them. V'lo omru kezan meragnu lifnei hakala v'lo im hakala. Gemara says lifnei hakala, but not im hakala. You don't dance with the kalah. So Lamaisa again looks to the Aruch HaShulchan from the Pischei Tshuva. Mashma, it's not appropriate. But again, if those which they do it, it's not. Again, I'm not criticizing. I'm just saying what over here the poskim brings. They're saying that's not appropriate.